Hello everyone, welcome back to Voidheart Studios, and today I'm doing something a little different. I am remaking one of my old reviews from last December, because, it was bad. I went back and watched that review recently, and it was not good. I've definitely gotten better at doing this, and I feel like this specific video is the one I wanted to get done because when I did it, I had done minimal research on the blaster. I didn't have the tools that I have now. And the skin that Zuru used on the blaster has been recently come under fire for being AI generated, which, yeah, despite it looking cute, I don't do that stuff. So I'm going to be remaking my review of the X-Shot Pro Longshot. I called it the Performance Longshot because that's what they say on the box. This is my first, fixing my mistake. I called it the Performance Longshot because that's what they had written on the box when they didn't on the original red Longshot. So, I was wondering what was different, but it's literally just, I think they just wanted to really sell that these are pro blasters for ages 14 and up, all that stuff. So, let's talk about the blaster. Up at the front, we have this little barrel extension that goes into this X-Shot friction muzzle. This friction muzzle will fit all of your dart zone friction muzzle attachments, as well as it'll fit the X-Shot piston pump's B-car. And this will fit in your dart zone friction muzzles. This is a barrel attachment that comes apart, of course, in two pieces. It is kind of a P-car. It has P-car threads, but it doesn't actually grip the dart, so it's not a real P-car. It just has the illusion of being a P-car. But it'll take any of your dart zone or X-Shot P-car, or dart zone P-car, or dart zone and X-Shot B-car. Of course, up at the front is a friction muzzle. Along the top here is a top tactical rail. It is Picatinny, and it has these sights, which looks like if you find the right ones, you could probably put screws through, and they might actually be decent attachments. I mean, you can bump them and flick them and all that. I mean, they don't come off if you jostle the blaster, but a good bump will send your sight moving forward or backward or whatever. And they're not great, but they're not terrible. The front sight is also adjustable. There's a little wheel here, and if you push it, it'll raise the front post up a couple of millimeters. And yeah, that's about it. Up the front here is the front foregrip and priming handle. It feels nice. It's made of X-Shot's typical kind of cheaper plastic. It's not anything like the like the piston pump. It would be nice if X-Shot kind of re-released their pro blasters, but using the same more expensive, more durable plastic as the piston pump, especially if they're going to be jacking the prices up a bit, because the prices have gone up in the past months. The Longshot was originally $35. It went down to $30 and went up to $40. I got this for $40, about $39.88, I think was what the sign said. And then the Fury has been raised from $15 to $20. So, I mean, it's still like the cheapest Compact Pro primary, but yeah, just know that. Back here is the trigger grouping. So the trigger, the safety, and the secondary mag release. The safety is for just that. If you push it in on the left side, it is in safe mode. You can't pull the trigger. If you push it in through the right, you can pull the trigger and fire the blaster. If you have specifically the adapter and half-length mags, you can use this little pink lever up here to drop your mags. So yeah, it is really nice. And of course, back here is the magazine welt. This blaster is bullpup. Bullpup means that it feeds behind the grip and the trigger. So yeah, it's like the Fury, it's like the Lynx, which yeah, I do have a Lynx now, and a PBR bow. I'm gonna review them soon. But yeah, we shall continue discussing the Longshot. And this is compatible with both full and half-length darts with this magazine adapter right here. It comes with this one, but it can use any mag adapter. It could use Dart Zone 1. I think it can use worker mag adapters. And there are also designers in the community who I think have made printed magazine adapters for the Longshot. So to convert it to half-length darts, you put this adapter in, and then you put your short dart magazine in here, and there you go. It can take Katana and Talon magazines, and it comes with one of X-Shot's little half-breed magazines, crossbreed magazines, that has Katana geometry but a Talon magazine catch. This will not take angled Talons or Nightingale mags. It will take straight Talons, or you know, Katanas. It also comes with this magazine for full-length darts, and it will take any N-Strike magazine. I haven't had any issues with it on any of my N-Strike mags. Do note that while this blaster can take any N-Strike mag and like it, I've had compatibility issues with N-Strike blasters and these magazines. This is the X-Shot 15-round full-length magazine. It comes with the Longshot and the Insanity Clip Mania. While it feeds fine in like my Dart Zone Spectrum, I have had issues with it feeding in certain Nerf Elite blasters. Specifically my Rapid Strike, where the lips are a little tight and they get in the way of the wide pusher. And so yeah, just, I mean, if you mod your wheelers, then you won't have to worry about it, but just take that into account if you're using a stock N-Strike flywheeler like a Rapid Strike. And that's all I really have to say about that mag. And all the way at the back of the blaster is the extending stock. I don't know why it extends a whole inch, but I guess if you really need that extra inch of stock, then you're all good. You're all set. You've got an extra inch here. Yeah. This is just a cosmetically really nice blaster. This is the blue version. Of course, there's the original red version, which was riddled with issues. Then in December of 2024, they released the anime version at Walmart exclusively, which is the one I reviewed when I made my original video on the blaster. There was the blue one, which they made after they released the Fury. And then they've got a Pac-Man one out now. That is, I think, just online. And I found it at Ross, of all places. Which is just interesting. But it's a cool design. It's got all the little Pac-Man ghosts on it. It's really, really neat. But yeah. That is really all the objective information I need to cover on this blaster. So let's take it outside and fire it.
Alright, we are outside with the Longshot. And I'm going to try a little, do a little experimentation with my firing demo. I'm going to try to use my Nerf rival reactive target. Since I got one recently, it's the one that came with the Jupiter, so it has a little bell. And my hope is that the ding feeds back on the mic. Or not feeds back, but like, you hear the ding. I don't know if it's loud enough for you to hear the ding all the way over here. Since you guys are probably about like 45 feet away from the target. The target's about, no, they all are about 40 feet away from the target. The target's about 35 feet away from me. So I'll hear the ding. You guys might not, but anyways, it's just for the sake of experimentation. And since we're doing two different dart types, or dart configurations, that mean full length and half length, I'm only doing two dart types of each. So we're going to start off with full length, and I'm going to be using X-Shot Pro full length darts, the ones that came with the blaster. I gotta get my aim dialed in because this is a much smaller target. Too high. Too high. Too low. I hit the plastic. Having full-length darts through a high-power blaster without a P-car or B-car is probably what's causing my downfall right now, but yeah, whatever. And out of the orange mag from the original X-Shot Longshot, we have some Dart Zone waffle-style darts. Oh, I hit it. Nice. Ooh. And that is going to be it for our full-length darts. I had one hit with the waffle tips. And now we're going to put the adapter in. And we've got assorted red and pink X-Shot Pro half-length darts. Some of them are the pink ones from the piston pump, others are the red ones from this. Oh, I hit it. Nice. Oh. Nice. Bob's that one. Oh. Might be that. No? Just not feed? I guess it just didn't feed. Weird. thinking about it also, something else that might cause issues here is I have heard that the Longshot's barrel is not great. So, you know, not a great barrel, lack of B-car, in insane humidity is probably causing some of our bad results. I might also just be mad because bad, since that is a much smaller target than I'm used to. I probably won't use it any further, at least not that far out, because at that far out you really want to be aiming for like a more man-sized target. Oh! Nope, wrong one. Anyways, I just chambered one. We are going to be using a Talon mag, just a show of compatibility. The one that came with the piston pump specifically, with some Dart Zone Nitro Shot bamboo style darts. Alright. Here we go. Oh. I hit it, and it dinged. It did the ding. Now with my last ones, I'm just going to slam fire, because this blaster does also have slam fire. I should have noted that earlier. Alright. That was truly one of the range demos of all time. I'm probably not going to use that target again. Or if I do, it'll be on a blaster that actually has a rifling device, a car. Anyways, that was it for the range demo. Let us proceed to now go inside, and I'll give you my final thoughts.
Alright, we are back inside, and now for my chronograph results and final thoughts on the Longshot. So I put this blaster up on my chronograph, this little guy right here, and I achieved an average velocity of 137 FPS with the X-Shot full-length darts. And I achieved an average velocity of 156 FPS with Dart Zone Nitro Shot half lengths, which are my chrono standard for half lengths, if you didn't know, because they hit a good little, they got a good little snap to them. Yeah. So pretty good chronograph results. If you need to hit under 150, then I would recommend you use like just different darts, not you're trying to get under 150, because like if you have like 150 par at your group for springers, then I would not use Nitro Shot half lengths. I would use like maybe Worker Gen 3 half lengths or X-Shot half lengths, because Nitro Shot darts, and they probably shouldn't be my chrono darts because of this. They have less surface area touching the barrel because of the bamboo rings, and so they do fly a little fast. Or you just use full lengths, because they're sitting about in the 130s with full lengths, at least for the X-Shot ones. Yeah, let us talk about my final thoughts. What do I think about this blaster? Well, I think a lot of things. I like it. I like the aesthetic. I like the feel in the hands. It is a good little bullpup blaster. It's a good blaster for what it is, for the price it's at, running you about a good 20% cheaper than other options on the market. If you are looking for something for a higher FPS game, like if maybe your cap is 200, then I would actually recommend not buying this blaster, as you would have to perform some pretty substantial modifications. Spring upgrade, barrel upgrade, plunger tube upgrade. Specifically, let me talk about the plunger tube, because you do need to be careful. If it's just maintenance here, you should always be, maintaining your blasters, running tests and all that every great once in a while. But if you notice a sudden drop in FPS, check your plunger tube, because the plunger tubes on these blasters are not notorious, but infamous for the fact that, and especially on the old red Longshot, cracking. And, when your plunger tube cracks, you're going to lose all your air pressure. So, it'll cut your FPS down to like 100 with half length. And then maybe about elite par with full length if you, backscaling. So yeah, just check your blaster every once in a while. If you have a chronograph, just run it over your chronograph every once in a while. See if anything drastic has happened. The first upgrade I would recommend anybody do on this blaster is the plunger tube, because of its inconsistency. Because while they did make efforts with the blue and Pac-Man models to make the plunger tube out of a thicker, just less brittle material, they've still had, there's still been instances of them cracking. So just keep an eye out for that. And, yeah. For, again, 40, 35, 30, however much you pay for this blaster, you're essentially just getting a slightly lower quality bullpup Nexus. That's essentially what it is. It's a slightly lower plastic quality, as much as I hate to say that, bullpup Nexus. Like, specifically, the original Nexus Pro. Not the Nexus Pro X, because it actually hits lower FPS than the Nexus X, as the Nexus X hits up closer to 200. Well, this only hits about 50. So, yeah. That is really all I have to say for the X-Shot Pro Longshot. I will leave buy links in the description from Walmart, Target, and I believe it's also on Amazon. So that way you can pick yourself up a Longshot if you're interested. And with all that said, if you did enjoy the video, then please do leave a like, subscribe, all the algorithm nonsense. Comment your favorite X-Shot Longshot reskin. Or, reskin. Is it the red one? Is it the anime one? Is it the blue one? Is it the Pac-Man one? Which one is it? And with that all said, I will see you all in the next one. Goodbye!